Florida. Thank you for that 5. I can use it.
Right on, Louie.
Oh, I have not loved the world as the world me. I have not followed its right wet. Their bow to its idolatries of facing thee. Their claim I take the smiles. Their cry aloud and worship of an echo with the crowd. They could not deem me one of such. I stood amongst them, yet not of them, and a shroud of thoughts which are not their thoughts, and yet still could, had I not filled my mind, which does itself subdued. You know who wrote that? Lord George Gordon Byron. And guess what my other social worker, the Italian-Irish girl, told me? She said, but he was a jerk. I said, yes, he was a jerk, but it was Lord George Gordon Byron. He was a big-time jerk. Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein in his villa in Lake Como, and his doctor Polani wrote The Vampire, and he died in Mytilene in Greece, fighting for Greek independence with the Turks. At 36 years old, he was a big-time jerk. He had a club full of women loved him. He was a jerk, but he was a big-time jerk.
Frankenstein's monster.
Imagine that. Mary Shelley.
So many people can relate to the monster.
Can you imagine that guy? He was Lord George Gordon Byron. He was actually a lord. The protocol of those days, when he came to the town and he was feeding it all down, you said to him, there's a protocol. My lord, you had to tip your hat. Oh, I got that coming all over.
I'll give you some money for this,
yeah,
okay?
Please, thank you. You had to say my lord then. He was
your
lord.
Word? What's your word?
My word.
You have something to tell me.
I have to tell you that in the beginning of this whole mess, there were these people here first. Look at this. Can you imagine that shit that they could do? Look at that.
What is that?
It's the landing field, the Aztecs, way back to Mayans. Look at that. That's amazing.
What happened to them?
Look, it was precision. Who were they?
We
No
don't
one
know.
knows.
You know what? We don't even know.
No one knows who these people were. That's incredible.
Have you studied them for long?
There's more to that. Look at this. And the Sphinx. And look at this shit. Wait a minute. This is nothing yet. Wait. Let me bring out this yet. This is phenomenal, guys.
Can I get a picture of him real quick?
Yeah, we're all doing this. So this is intellectual. Look at this.
Look at me and show me what you want to show me.
Yeah. This is a long and lanky road. Look at this. This is off the coast of Japan. A city under the sea.
Look at me.
Off the coast of Japan. A city under the sea.
How deep is that?
I don't know, but look what they can do. But that is not too ordinary culture. You can stuff in that. You know what I mean? Let's face it.
No, you know,
Those
the
people
scientists
are very
don't even know
bad.
what's going on there.
Look at that. You mean to tell me that's cast in bronze? That these people were just some ignorant savages?
No. Thank you.
Look at that. That's cast in bronze. Can you imagine that?
Such a long time ago. Yet it's a universal language, Louie. Because anybody in the world who looks at this can understand. That's what it's about, Lou.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Communication.
That's cast in bronze.
Beyond time. Reaching out through the ages to us.
Through the ages, to us.
An artist. Working in an immortal medium. Bronze.
Isn't that amazing?
It's long after you and I are gone, long after our children and their children and their children are gone,
That'll be there.
it's still there talking to people about what it was like
Oh,
when they were here.
but who were they?
We have to figure that out from what they're telling us.
Thank you. I made finally realize something. Imagine that. All right, now. It is. Okay, I simply will begin to realize that there's a lot more to this than a game. The responsibility of this mind has got to come to some reality. My psychiatrist, Middleditch, who came out of Harvard big time, asked me, he said, don't you ever have a guilty conscience for me? Because you've always been fucking around all your life, Lou. And I told the society that I will do something about something before I take the money. You know, I went on such an incredible jump. And when Jesse died, buddy, let me tell you something. Jesse died really sick. Of course, Kate. And I have a daughter out here. That's how the reality. No teeth. That family's addition. And that's family. My father told me once long ago, he said, my son, there's more to this than money. And I didn't realize what he meant until lately. Now, what we're dealing with now is an economic reality that they've been stealing all their money forever, so there's no money. Well, there's money. Here we are. God bless you. You're okay. You want to buy. All of that. Don't they realize that Moses was Jewish? The Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not kill is the fifth commandment. What are we up against? The fifth commandment is thou shalt not kill. What are we facing in eternity? He came down from the mountaintop with lightning, it's true, with lightning flashing all around him with the Ten Commandments. The first commandment, have no other God before me but me, but that's history, that's another matter. All gods are jealous. And how about the Madonna and the goddesses? Who were these people? They were the ones that look at that. It's incredible. You come back to the reality of it. Look at that. It's gone.
They were us.
Yeah, but that. Look. What? We cannot do that.
Not anymore.
There is no one that can do that anymore.
Not like that.
Not like that.
We had our time on this earth. And then we give way to the next one. But all those who go before us leave behind something for us to examine and maybe we relate to.
You know who disappointed me in the history of our contemporary culture was Ernest Hemingway. He was an incredible man. What made him commit suicide? Huh?
Now that is a story that we will have to examine on our next chapter.
Isn't that strange?
Are there or are there not aliens from another planet sent here to mess with us?
Which way are we going?